everyone. How you doing today? Light. Which one? No. This one is giving me disco vibe. Let me see. No. 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 Is this one okay? No. Let me change it. I don't want this one. No. Hmm? Which one will I go for? Okay. No. I think I prefer the first one, is still brighter. No. Guys, good evening. Welcome. I think this one is brighter. Yeah. Guys, you can see my face. Good evening. You're welcome to Ojuolape Space. Guys, you're welcome. This is no longer Ojuolape Space channel, but our channel. Now all of us get them, not only one person. So guys, come in, let's talk. I was in the market yesterday. I was in Lagos market. I think I was at my 12th market yesterday. Market is not smiling, no. I want my face to be more brighter than this. It's not giving me that vibe. No, I think this is better. Okay. Guys, if you can see me, oh no, we go for this. Or we go for this. I think this one is brighter. You can see me better with this. So guys, you're welcome. Please, just let's what is happening. Just who do I have here? Let's know who is around. If you're around, just let us know you are around, and we are live right now. We are live on Ojuolape. Come inside and join this live stream. We've been just yesterday, I think 10th of October 2024 to today. Did you believe the price of foodstuffs have, maybe you are not aware because some people are not really constant or they are not following the trend of how often the price of good stuffs or foods in Nigeria jump up without notification. I don't know if you're aware, if you've noticed. And a lot of us, we are here in Nigeria. Nobody is talking. Nobody wants to talk. We just want to look, as long as you're in Nigeria, and just swallow it like it's a pill. When they throw the pill of hike of price to us, we just swallow it. We take it like that. But guys, let me off my Bluetooth and let's know what we are doing. Guys, how's it been? How has it been? How has it been? Let's talk tonight, please. Let's express ourselves. I think this is we can at least express ourselves. Let's know what is happening. Lalu PH, hi, you're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Have you been able to survive? Let me use that word, survive. If you allow me, how things be. Like for me, a single mother of 3, and my kids, we have to go to school, we have to eat. Don't just eat once in a day or twice, they have to eat 3 square meals. Has it been? Has it been that easy, or we all keep smiling, pretending nothing is happening? What is happening? So, as a market vlogger, I always want to make sure I go out to share the current price of foodstuffs in Nigerian market, so that you get aware or you get notified the updates on the price of foodstuffs in Nigeria. Oh, good evening. Yes, Eat with Jakwa. If I got that name right, you're welcome. And please, you can indicate where you're hearing me, where you're watching me from. Let's know where you're watching from, so that I will know how to navigate, because I will not want to believe that it's only Nigerians that are listening to watching me. So we have to discuss this general. Please, as a single mother, even as couple, we want to know, how have you been coping? Speak out, because most times when you speak out whatever you're facing, your challenges, it tends to go off your shoulder. It's like you're carrying a weight, and at this time sharing it, you are offloading that weight. For me, I won't lie to you, it has not been rosy. Yes, a lot of people will come and say, "Oh, are you not making money on YouTube?" Yes, but making money on YouTube, depending on how well you post on YouTube and how much you post on YouTube, hmm, depending on how much your revenue at the end of the month. And this revenue, by the time you take it to the market thinking you're rich because you're earning in dollar, by the time you convert that money and you go to the market, you realize that they are not in fact, you don't have savings. And everybody in life, all we pray for is to have savings. Yes, eat with Jakwa. Yes, you got the name. I'm watching from Abuja, Nigeria. Yes. Now, and another thing I noticed there is, let's even talk about different parts of Nigeria. We have the Lagos state, we have Abuja, we have Oyo state, we have other states. And some people will tell you, "Oh, in my state, we are still managing." And we always have this impression or this information that in the northern part of Nigeria, we have surplus of food, which I've never been there, and I don't know how true that could be. But right here in Lagos, Oyo State, things are not smiling. You can't get, yes, for Ibadan, at least we're still enjoying a little price reduction in Ibadan. You can get as low as 200 naira pepper in Ibadan. Yes, you can still get pepper, tomatoes. If you want to cook your soup, you can still get this pepper. The least, you can still get 200. But if you go to Lagos, because I was at my 12 yesterday, in my 12, you're only going to get 500 naira pepper. If you don't have 500 naira, forget. Emily series, you're welcome, my sister. How are you doing? How's it been? You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. We're talking about this Nigeria price of foodstuffs. Especially this time around, I won't even say to the single mothers, to every home, to every family. How have we been coping? How have we been managing our resources? That little income, how have we been able to manage it and balance our favorite dish? Or we have settled down to a particular type of food. I notice now in Nigeria, yam is in season right now. And I believe with yam in season, normally in those days, some few years ago, when yam is in season, rice becomes enemy. Nobody goes to rice. In fact, the price of rice usually crash once there is yam in season. But now, I don't know what to say. It's no longer as it used to be again. I was in the market yesterday and yam, 100 tubers of yam, some were selling for 350,000 naira. This one is not 350 naira, 100. So some are selling for 400. If you're selling 100 tubers of yam for 400,000, which means they will be selling 50 tubers of yam for 200,000. Hey, and I was just like, how are Nigerians, how are we going to survive? But when we look at the issue on ground, how are we coping? We should be our brother's keeper. In this situation, we just have to like, okay, have you been managing yourself? Have you been putting things together for the home? What are those your priorities? Have you dropped buying your other accessories? Like we ladies, we buy accessory, makes our hair, do makeup. Have we reduced it and concentrate more on food purchase? Please, guys, ask me question. I'm here to answer your question concerning markets. Even if you want to ask me a personal question, you're welcome. I will say I'm on the hot seat, and so you're free to ask me questions. So, guys, what is happening? How have you been? What is happening in Nigerian system? Have you been coping? What have been happening? And have you reduced your meal preparation or meal intake? Because you know, I will have to be frank with you. Like for me, when we were growing up, those days we are free to like, okay, get a bucket, get our plates, and they will give us money. Go. Today we are not cooking. Go and buy food. And we have a popular woman there, very close to my house, that sells food. So when you get there, you see us fighting, shouting, screaming. I'm the first in this place. And you start buying. And you buy this food and you get satisfied. But now if you give your child 500 naira to buy food, forget. That child, before 1 hour, the child will be hungry, because if you now nobody sells rice of 200 naira again. Rice is 300 naira. You buy 300 naira rice. Pomo is 100 naira. If you see the 100 naira pomo, the meat starts from 200. You see this 200 naira meat. I'm talking about, okay, let me look at Ibadan now. 200 naira meat. I don't know. What will I equivalent that to? One tiny piece like this. And so you could imagine buying that small meat, 200, and one spoon, just one spoon, 300 naira. And you expect that child to be full? It's not possible. So what is happening? How are we coping? What are those things we should do to make it better? For us to like, okay, if we do it this way, if we do it that way, I think it's going to get better. I learned that there was a time there was this, I think the food in Nigeria was also expensive like this. Good evening. Good evening. I don't know if you're male or female, but G Salmon, you're welcome. G Salmon 137, you are welcome. And we are talking about the hike in price of foodstuffs in Nigeria and how have we been coping. My God, I don't know how to, sometimes you want to like, okay, I want to scream how I feel. When you have 100,000 and you finish spending 100,000 in less than a week. Less than a week, you finish 100,000. Okay, Mr. Gisemo, you're an Edo man. How do I greet Ado? How do I greet Edo man? Edo, do, I should use do. Because Deltas will say Mingo, but yeah, I will use do. Shola, Sheke, your beauty is distracting me from the topic. I mean, we are not talking about beauty, Oga. Allah, we never chop. We are talking about beauty. This one, that is why one thing I like about Nigeria. Irrespective of what we are going through, do you still believe that God still clothed us with a garment of beauty? We glow even in Nigerian situation. I don't know what is happening. When you see some people, you ask them, wait, what is happening in this country? And you're looking fresh. Look, we all say that sometimes God has endowed us with inner beauty, natural beauty, because that is all we can say, and we appreciate God for that. But sometimes you see this stomach, this belly, it does not know whether you are fine or not. It wants food, and that food, you have to bring it out. You have to bring it out. So what are we doing about the situation? What are we doing? I know I would say, okay, let me say 30% of Nigerians, they can feed in fact, 6 square meal. There are some families in this country that can feed 6 square meal, and they can feed well. But I will sincerely tell you that it's not everybody. The heat is hitting on people. Yes, I'll put heat. Everybody. Some people. So please, answer your question so that we'll discuss on this topic of markets. we need to discuss Emily series. I hope you are still there. G7, Shola, Shokenbi or Shola Shiki, Shokenbi, sorry. I didn't get that pronunciation very well. What are you been doing that you have been able to sustain yourself? That the economy have not make you go crazy. Economy yóò ní jẹ́ ìyá wèrè. Amen. What have you been doing? Let's talk. What have you been doing? Like for me, let me share my secret. In Ibadan here, we have farmers market. And when you're talking about farmers market, these are farmers after planting and harvesting their crops. They bring it direct from the farm. They take it down to the market. There is a particular market scheduled for a particular day and time, but it's usually very early in the morning. So I try as much as possible to have these markets, that this farmers market in my vicinity or in my state. So every time I get the dates of the next market day, like that, I have one Ojuolape market. Ojuolape market starts as early as 6 a.m. You could imagine 6 a.m. The farmers will bring their crops. So if you are the first person to get there, you buy direct from the farmer. It makes your foodstuff very cheap. So when I buy from the farmer, before 7 or 7:30, I'm home. Because those women that resell, those market women that is going to resell, they also come down to the farmer, to the farmer's market, to buy from them in bulk, take it to the market and resell and make profit. So with that, I'm able to cut costs. And when you're talking about this market, in this market, what you can find, we have, in this season now, you have yam, cassava, what's it called? Cocoyam, potato. You get your potato, orange. You know, sometimes when you buy these crops, it's easy for you to prepare different dishes with them. Our youth need to go back to farm based on statistical analysis of scarce food crop for dry and wet season. Local consumptions and exports. Every challenge in Nigeria are business opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Shola. You've spoken well. Like you said, every challenge in life is opportunity. That is just it. Let's be sincere. And you know, we want to thank God. Thank God. For those that are not aware, I want to say thank God because for the last regime, we were battling with Boko Haram, herdsmen going to people's farm to eat up their crops and even molest the people that is the farmers. But we thank God, this period, we don't have anything called herdsmen or all these Boko Haram. So we can freely go back to farm. And I think that is the best thing we can do. I think people should leverage on this. We should go back to this. We should go back. When I say go back, I mean go back. I had a subscriber that called me last month, and when this man showed me is I think a plan, I was shocked. So I felt we need to go back. But now when you're talking about, okay, we should go back to agriculture, we should go back to farm business, crop business. But you see, the small issue there now, if you look at it, our lands, those places we are supposed to use for farming have been converted to residentials, whereby you see millions of, we don't know, estates managers, property managers, rectors, advertising, selling hectares of land, converting them to residentials. Now, when you can farm, when you're farming, and the cost of even going to your farm, my brother, is not smiling. I have someone right now planting, I think he planted cassava. Yes, he planted cassava. They're just coming up. But he was telling me to go to the farm from the house, from his own house to the farm. I think he's going to spend 4,000 to get to the farm. Inside this state we have 4,000 to get to the farm and 4,000 naira to come back. Hey, now please look at that. And that is just transportation to visit your farmland. Now look at when you have to do with fertilizer. You can't do, you need to get a laborer because you can't cultivate 10 acre of land. It's not possible. Only you will break down. Now you have to employ people. But what you said, when we look at agricultural business, then we need more of agribusiness studied students to come out and enlighten us on the measure, the way, or the path we should go. Because if you say, oh, we should look at the opportunity of agribusiness, if you don't have knowledge about it, I'm sorry, you might be losing out. And in this economy that the one you have is not enough, you will not want to pour that little one in your hand. You will not want to pour it away. So if let me say, I don't know who to address you because everything has always boiled on the government. But this time around, we notice that it's like government is on its own. We should be on our own. And if we have to be on our own, then definitely it's high time organizations stand up. These schools of all these school of agricultures, their lecturers, somebody or students, they should come up with, let me say, come up with a class, maybe master class on how you can go into agribusiness. I know agribusiness is productive, is profitable, but if you don't know your way around it, you are going to miss it. What you don't have knowledge about, you are going to miss out in that. So that is the main reason. I think we have to look at that. I understand. We have to look at that agribusiness in a let me say, in a constructive way. Yes, in a constructive way, because we need to dwell more on that. We need to we need to, because if we have surplus food, I think the price will crash, because once you have once the demand is low, definitely the price of the particular items is going to crash once the demand is low, because you don't want to stock your harvested crop in your house and the world gets spoiled. You want to sell it out and you're going to sell it cheap since you know nobody is buying. But the process whereby the production is very low, there's going to be scarcity, the demand is going to be very high, and once the demand is high, automatically the price is going to be very, very, very high. Very high. Like this cassava production, I think we still need to put more ends. More ends has to come. I don't know. We just need to find a way around to to maybe gather some group of people of like interest, like mind in such business, to handle that, because I think the way the banks make their promotion, make announcements on buying of their bank shares, I think it's high time the agribusiness individual be able to do that, where will come out, you can invest in agribusiness, the person go into that. But the issue sometimes we have is trust. But looking at it, to me, I still believe if everything is going to be in writing, in agreement, I think it might look hard, but I know if we start it, as I'm talking, this thing is coming to me. If we start it, fine. Because now, if you look at the number of people in Nigeria and number of people that have japa, japa means a lot of the number of people that have traveled abroad. And these people, for the fact they are abroad, they still eat Nigerian food. So eating Nigerian food, definitely we in Nigeria, we are going to export this same food that is not enough for us. We are going to export this food out. So definitely, agribusiness is going to be one business we all should now think of. Like I was at Yam Market in Lagos. I was at Yam Market in Lagos yesterday. I'm still editing the video. I'm going to post it, I think, on Sunday. I was at the Yam session, and the man was telling me that, look, because I was asking, okay, if I want to go into this Yam business, the man said, wow, if you want to go into yam business, if you plant it, we will buy it here. If you don't even want to sell it to a middleman, if you just want to bring your harvested yam, bring it here, you have a space. Nobody's going to charge you for anything. You sell your yam and you go home. I was like, wow, is that how easy? He said, yes, that is how easy you can plant yam anywhere, wherever you have your farm, and you bring that yam, you harvest it, bring it down to the market, you will sell. I was like, so I will not be charged. He said nobody's charging you for anything. You're not going to sign any form to come and sell. The only thing, just make sure you pay your revenue, your parking space where you park the lorry when you are offloading, and that is all. I was like, wow, this is a good business. So I don't know how many people is aware that you can actually plant yam and you don't get worried about where you will sell, because the problem the farmers are having, I would say, then has actually been after harvesting, nowhere to sell. A lot of people, those farmers, once they harvest, and when preservation process is not really in place, most of them just harvest. Once they harvest, they don't have proper way of storing the tubers, and they get spoiled. So it makes most of them looks like their effort is of no value. But I will tell you now, I think, thank you. Niger, thank you. Niger network, back and better. I was actually carrying my phone around to check where we have network. I think for some days now, the network issue has been off and on. So guys, I'm still waiting for your comments. Come in, guys. Come in. Let's talk. This issue we are talking about is not Ojuolape space issue. It's general. And as Mr. Shola has brought, I think, a very vital, very important, let me say, an eyes opening method or way to get out of this our system. I think we can still do it, do more. So guys, what is happening? Ask me question. Yes, I want to answer your questions. I want you to answer question. Alosaja lanu. If I told you what happened yesterday to me, something happened yesterday. I'm not supposed to share this online, but guys, I just have to share it. My camera. I just bought a new camera, and you believe I misplaced it inside market. And one thing about this our Naija market, I'm just like, wait, this juju, I don't know if it is juju or a kind of spirit inside market. I was like, God, a new camera. How will I explain it? That I misplaced it after filming. I thought I dropped it inside my bag. Ha! Omo, see me in this economy, lost camera. Hey! I was walking down the old market yesterday. In fact, it's not a funny story. Abeg, let me not let me not share that here. Abeg, let's face why we are here. Hello, who is in the house? If you're in the house, let's know you are around. If you're in the house, let me know if you ran, if you ran, if you ran, if you ran, if you ran. Let's know you. I know a lot of people are still here. This is Ojuolape Space, a market vlogger. I've always been going to one market to the other, getting price of food stuff. Sometimes it's not easy for you to just like, okay, I want to get the price of this particular food. You just enter with this rate at which they've just increased fuel. The transport fare have increased, and you just want to like just go to the market to know the price of food stuff. And sometimes it's not that you just want to go to the market to price the food. You actually wanted to buy. But when you get to the market, after getting to the market, and you realized the price of that particular food you want to buy, hey, hey, women, nado, I will greet our women. Women, well done. I will have to salute our women. Guys, please give kudos to our women. Yes, okay, when we talk about dry season, one thing you know about dry season in Nigeria is irrigation. And when you are talking about irrigation is expensive, guy. When you are going into farming during the dry season, be prepared you are spending millions. And what analysis have you put in place or you've carried out that can give you a full guarantee that, okay, with this investment, I'll be able to, like, maybe in the next 4 or 5 years, I'll be able to get that money I invested fully back into my pocket. We've been repeating the same mistakes. I will not dispute that. We've been doing that over and over again. But not forgetting that a lot of factors, in an economy that is not stable. If you're in an economy that is stable, you'll be able to plan and see that, okay, I have 10 million. I want to invest this 10 million in my agri business. Okay, maybe I'm going to use 2 million for artificial irrigation, maybe the borehole stuff. Okay, I have another 1 million to cultivate the processing. Then I have another 2 million. I'm going to pay those workers, those that is going to work on the land. You pay tractors, and maybe you rent a tractor or you pay them to bring a tractor. And by the time you've invested that, and at the end of the day, after harvest and you sell, you can make 1.5 million. You feel bad. You will feel bad. Look, a lot of factors are holding us back in this Nigeria. A lot of factors giving us handcuff. A lot. I will tell you, a lot of factors are holding us back. In an economy that you cannot plan, if you have 100,000 today, you cannot say by next week Oh, I was able to utilize my 100,000 and my family was able to eat well for this week. But do you know you cannot guarantee yourself in the next 3 days with that same 100,000 in your pocket? So, how do you plan? You might look at it that yes, Nigerian youth are lazy, but in what measure are we standing? Where are we standing? If what we look, the truth is this: individual cannot stand unless you are extremely rich. Let me put it that way. If you are extremely rich, tó yẹn pọ̀ excess, and maybe you have another source where this money is flowing in, like river, then you can say in this our economy, you can put that in and it will work. That is it. Mr. What that for? That is it. In this economy, you have to invest in what you know that what will profit you. If it's not going to, if that business is not going to profit you, you're not go into it. You might feel, oh, this is an opportunity for you to make money. But when you look at the opportunity with the situation surrounding it, you will not want to invest in that business. You will not want to, because a lot of factors is holding you back, and you are pressing, and you're not making it, and people will now look at you like you don't know how to do business, or you don't know how to do things. And it's not that you don't know how to do things, you know it. Mr. Wonderful, we should be our brother's keeper. Yes. Oga, we should be, look, there are things we should voice out. When you're talking about be our brother's keeper, it's not in this country again. No. You see, that thing called money, cash, owo, kudi, naira, that thing has break the bond of brotherhood in this our society. In the sense that you can't have somebody that will have your back without money being involved. And even with money being involved, they still backbite. So what are you telling me? And this is not a business you can do on your own. If you're looking at agribusiness, you can't do agribusiness alone. You can't. For you to establish a standard agribusiness or a standard farm, you must have a house in that farm, that farmland. Your workers have to be there. You need security. You need artificial irrigation. You need standby fertilizer for each stage of that particular crops that you need to fertilize. So look at that process I've just mentioned. Looks so simple, so easy. But if you want to do that for just 10 acres, you could imagine how much it's going to cost you. But taking up, oh, somebody will just come and say, okay, let me be of help. It no exist though. Just forget about it. Even with you standing there, if you are not looking very well in this country, they will carry it and turn around. So we still have a lot to do. And where we are missing it, that is okay. Yes, okay. Like where you are, sorry, Mr. Wonderful, where are you exactly? I know you're in Nigeria. Where are you? If what where you are is cold, okay. If you're in a very cold place, you understand that you need something that will warm your system. Then you need is either you need heat, source of heat. You need spices, our Africa spices. I don't know where you're chatting from. Maybe you're in Nigeria or outside. We need, if you need things that will keep you warm. Now, for these things getting to you, how easy is it? We are happy. Nigeria, we are blessed with a very good weather. During the rainy season, the rain will fall, even though some little here and there. In dry season, we are here. Our normal harmattan season, God is in charge. But there are some things, eh? This is serious. Oh, thank God. Oh, my network is, I would say it's restored. So, Mr. Waterfall, please, where are you streaming or where are you watching us from? Let's know where you're watching us from. Let's know. So, best products to sell in a cold place. Are you in Nigeria or you're outside Nigeria? In a cold place, you need spices. For those white men, they will want to like look for hot tea, hot coffee. But you see, we Africans, if you are in Nigeria and you are living in a very cold place, you can sell spices. You can sell pepper soup spice. These are things that can produce and sell in a cold place because where I am is very cold. Please, you didn't tell us where you are. Are you in Nigeria? Where exactly are you? Because where you are determine what you might probably be getting or what you might produce. So that if you don't have it, if you tell me your location, I will tell you things that you can find around in that your location and you can produce. But if you are in a particular location, whatever is there, even if you're not in that location, I can say, okay, you can get your produce from a particular place and be shipped to wherever you are. So, Mr. Waterfall, please, you can tell us where you are, please, so that we're able to talk on the business, the what you can produce, and we will know what is happening. So, guys, oh, my time is fast spent. Thank you so much for joining this Ojuolape space to discuss about some issue. So we are still going to meet. I'm going to send a notification when we are meeting next. Thank you so much, guys. I'm so happy you are here. Thank you for coming in. I love you guys. Love you from Ojuolape. Have a nice night. Bye. Ta-da, 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 ta-da.